Welcome aboard, gang. It's me. It's Wade. I'm Wade. You're not. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, those of you that has the other undecided. Welcome to Friday Night Bitch Night. Got a fun-filled show for you tonight. We're going to get an update on Doe's third week at the home. Is it still the home? Is it Kenscam? What are we calling that now?
It's the home.
It's the home. So we're going to get an update on that. We're going to just talk general bullshit, mayhem, and nonsense. And then we're going to do a taste test on some Positive Mike beer. That's right. So without further ado, let's bring in the lovely Doe. Hi, Doe.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm here.
And as a special guest tonight, all the way from Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta, live in my kitchen, this guy.
How did I get here?
Sheldon. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Friday Night Bitch Night, Shel.
Well, glad to have you.
Glad to have you too. Oh, so where do we want to begin? Let's begin here. Last week, Doe wanted to know how I was doing, and I basically responded, "Fuck, living in fear every day is a day of fear." But I've got something I want to add to that because
Still got the worst haircut in the world.
it's I learned it this week. Actually, last week. What did I do? I did a photo shoot last Friday. That's right, too. Did the photo shoot last Friday and was there for a couple hours. And then on Wednesday, I went to the Oilers game. Sheldon got some hockey tickets through work and gave them to me, so I went with Tamara to the Oilers game. And that was a 3.5, 4 hour evening. And I felt really guilty. Not because I got to go to the Oilers game or anything silly or anything like that, but I got to escape reality for 6 hours last week. Yeah, but
So I read.
I sat back and, I can get away from life for a couple hours by doing things, whereas you can't. You're there 24/7 dealing with it. And I felt really fucking guilty. I did. Not gonna lie. So that's that. There. Ooh, so we're through that. What else we got? How was your week? You said you had liver news.
My tests. Well, my hemoglobin's up. I'm finally at the normal range, or within the normal range. I'm at 127, so that's huge because it was 119 last week. So I'm getting there, slowly but surely. My wound only needs to be packed every second day now, so that went down. It was 3.7 mil, and we're talking open wound that they pack still. This week it's 2.2, and it's rare that you would jump that quickly, but that shows that I'm eating enough proteins. So thank you, Catherine Carson, for that. She's kind of beating it into my brain when we talked and stuff. Protein. It helps heal wounds faster. But when you're on chemo, you don't heal half as quickly as you would without it. So that's good. The bad part is my creatine levels are spiked in my kidneys, which means that the chemo isn't getting through my system as quickly. It's kind of storing in the kidneys, so the liver's taking on that little bit of extra duty, as it were. So I have to watch that, and I have to double hydrate from what I've been hydrating. So I guess I'm up to 3 liters of fluid a day. That's not easy to do, not if you have to, and not on a daily basis either, but I got to do it. I'm not going to lie, this chemo's kicking my ass.
Yeah, it's definitely hard.
It's
hard to go through. It's hard to watch you go through it too.
It's nauseating beyond belief, and I have to go for a minute.
Okay, you go ahead. Oh, I can't do that. Otherwise, nobody's going to hear us. So there, we got to leave it like that. Otherwise, nobody's going to hear us. So, Sheldon's here, and we're here just for the beer, right?
Yeah, more or less. Just came over to try out the taste test.
Free meal and a beer. Tonight we're going to do Bonzi scheme. We said we're going to do that here in a little bit when Doe's recouped and back yakking with us. She's going to have this much in a glass, and Sheldon's going to have that much in a glass because he has to drive. And I'm going to I'm a primitive fucking animal. I'm just going to drink it right out of the bottle. Go right back to my roots. Beer in a bottle. Other than that, what happened this week? Everything kind of went pretty smooth this week. You kind of get used to living life a certain way, and after a week or two, you kind of get used to the daily protocols and the way, just the way you get through things. You know, you go to work, you come home, and in my case, go to work, come home, deal with whatever at home, and make sure the animals are fed and watered, and maybe I'll have something to eat every now and again too. Talk to banks, talk to loans officers, talk to financial gurus, talk to bill collectors, whatever, right? You just kind of go through your daily routine and look forward to Friday, look forward to the weekend. And then Friday rolls around, go pick up dough from the home and bring her home to the house and go from there. And how about you, Sheldon? How was work this week? Tell everybody what you do for a living, because I find it really interesting.
I work as an IT guy at a law firm. I do a whole bunch of...
Speak up.
Oh, speak up? Okay. I work as an IT guy at a law firm. I do a whole bunch of just break-fix type things and making sure stuff works right, interop if you're in the technical world. And honestly, I walk around and just make sure stuff works. And anything with a wire I fix.
Well, there you go. Sounds straightforward enough.
It sounds easy the way I say it, but there's a lot more technicalities to it.
Sheldon, and then he comes over here and says, Sheldon, this mouse doesn't want to work in my computer. What's wrong with it? Sheldon, the TV's blinking. Which I went through with my grandmother, so it was all good. That was her excuse to get me over for coffee. She'd go and unplug her VCR and plug it back in, and then phone me and go, the thing's blinking.
Oh, that too,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Those good hockey tickets.
And get hockey tickets, yes, tomorrow.
Good.
Sheldon gets hockey tickets.
Sometimes, not always.
Not always, every now and again. Anything else on the go this week that you want to spit out?
What did I spit out? What did I spit out last?
I don't want to know.
No, luckily, it's just dry heaves. It's not the pills that they've got me on. They told me to double up on them, and if that isn't enough by itself, then I'm supposed to add gravel to it. And I'm dysfunctional as is on the doubled up pills. Hopefully, having these 2 days off from chemo will be better, and then I'll actually be able to hold something substantial in my system without yakking it all the way up. Recycled food, just not the same thing. But I did discover today, by my own doing, I drank, a 16-ounce Slurpee? I've never drank a 16-ounce Slurpee in my damn life. But I was craving one so bad. I had that. And I now know why they tell you not to eat anything with food coloring. Because I also had a panic attack shortly after that when everything in my ostomy came out screaming red. It's like, oh my God, what have I done? Where am I bleeding? And no, it's just the red food coloring, so that's all good.
Speaking of those Slurpees, story to tell about that. I was sitting at home, was it last night?
It was last night.
Last
I wanted
night.
one.
I was sitting at home talking to Kona. Man, I could go for a Slurpee. I looked at Kona. I said, Kona, you want a Slurpee? She said, I could go for a Slurpee. Fine, whatever. Not 2 minutes later, Doe texts me. I need a Slurpee.
Now.
It's like, now. What? It's bad enough fucking Google reads my mind and my phone hears everything I says and records it and plays it back to me and uses it against me. Now Doe is from 40 miles away going, hey, I'm reading your mind too? Like, stop it! Get out of my head! There's nothing there but
Porn. Used cars and porn.
Used cars and porn.
I think that runs in the genetic male side of the family.
I think I'm gonna make
gaming.
I'm gonna make a movie. The car wreckers porn lot.
That's done.
Yeah, it's probably been done.
I think it's a longer
That's where
video,
old
actually.
cougars go to die.
Yeah, where old cougars go to die. There you go. There's the subtitle or the subtext for it. Ah, shit.
But I had kind of an interesting week though. Monday and Tuesdays I can walk right through it, not a problem with all the treatment and stuff. It's Wednesday about halfway through the day where it's after the first batch because you take chemo in the morning with food and in the evening with food. And it's usually right after breakfast when I've got to take that first chemo. About midday it starts to kick my ass. And Thursday it just gets worse. Friday it gets worse. Where was I going with this? Oh, I had some people reach out to me this week And because I didn't post anything for a while and stuff like that, and they were concerned because they wanted to make sure I'm okay. And then a couple different texts, some from way down south Texas, and where the heck was the other one from? I don't even remember. But I found out that they actually open my Facebook page and look for inspiration to get through the day because they're going through the same stuff.
Yeah.
So apparently I'm an inspiration that I didn't know I was. And then I've had a friend reach out to me.
We'll
And-
post that here in a second. I just want to touch on your Wednesday, your world starts falling apart as far as how you're feeling.
Oh, yeah.
And you had mentioned to me last week or the week before that the ladies that run the Sorrentino's home keep telling you that. Mondays and Tuesdays in there are great. It's a perfect work facility. The people are coming back, they're invigorated, they've kind of recouped from their
Yeah,
treatments.
I feel sorry for a couple of them that are really going through
and
it.
so forth. And then Wednesday, they can just see the decline in people. That's when the medications really start kicking the shit out of you, and they can see it go down.
This week they did a little extra, I swear, treatment on the liver because it feels like my ribs are bruised.
Yeah.
And to lay on my back on the one side, I now know where my liver is, and I know where everybody's liver is. It's not something you should know, but yeah, it's.
Well, Lachlan Cross has a super liver, so you might not know where his is.
Maybe I didn't abuse it good enough or something. I'd hate to think that. I would hate to try and recoup from this if I was a drinker. Like, I quit drinking years and years ago. Like, I think I was 22, and then it's just social drinks here and there. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Tamara says bring treats on Wednesday, Thursday, not Monday. Check.
That Parmesan chicken was to die for. It was awesome. I almost ate all of it, all 2 pieces. Like, she gave me a fairly big Tupperware container with spaghetti and this parm chicken, and it was the right thing at the right time.
I should have
It just
loaded
hit the
those
spot.
pictures.
But I could
didn't
have
a chance.
just freaking inhaled it, and I had to stop myself because with ostomy, I can't overload. You know, we used to be able to eat till you're bloated and felt sick and full. I can't do that. I'll pay for it in a huge way. So the next day I had what was left over for lunch, and I thought, I should phone Tamara for some more. Man, this is good. It was just the right thing to feed me at that time.
When we were talking about the hockey tickets earlier, Tamara said, he gets hockey tickets. And then she goes on to say, and gives them to his favorite sister, best sister. My only response to that is Ryan doesn't like hockey. Yeah.
Ryan and Tom
So-
and Taylor. Oh,
Yeah.
God. Didn't the 4 of you get into trouble last time you were together?
Yeah, I think so.
I have no
I think
idea.
your leg was in a cast, your foot was in a cast, and you guys got into a bar scrap.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That was me and Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tommy was there too.
Oh,
Yep.
I don't remember if Taylor was,
I
but
don't know.
it was the 3 of you for sure.
But going back to being an inspiration, we were sitting here an hour before we went live, and
Okay.
Joe's phone bings, and there's a text message from a dear friend of ours, and this is it right here, and this is kind of why we do these podcasts. Hi, I just wanted to tell you that your posts and updates have been helpful to me. I found out a week ago that I have ovarian cancer that spread to my stomach. Starting Cross Cancer Institute on the 22nd, you have kept me going and even made me smile. You are a good lady, Doe, and I'm glad to know you. Stay strong like you've always been. Love you. I blocked out her name because I don't believe she wants it to go public just yet. So,
Yeah, it's a kick when you get that information. All of a sudden, your whole world is
it is.
like you automatically go to the negative.
Yep.
And it's
And-
not that negative. It can be.
We try. Doe and I are actually really positive people. We play really well off each other. We
If you want negativity, you should spend some time with my relatives, and that's all. I'm going to leave it at that
yeah.
because wow, just wow.
Yeah, some of them are.
I avoid
Yeah.
certain people throughout the day and throughout my life because I can't. They can take a positive, find something wrong with a solution, repeatedly, and it doesn't matter if it's an ultimate good solution. They'll figure out some way to make it a negative one.
Oh, look, I checked my lottery ticket. I won $1 million. Yeah, but then you got to drive all the way to St. Albert to pick it up, and oh man, it's such a pain in the ass. That's exactly how they are. It's
Instead of
exactly.
saying, "Are you okay? Do you need help? What can I do?"
Yeah, do you need a ride to the lottery? You know,
You just,
whatever, right? It's just, no, you're on your
you'll
own.
piss that away in no time.
Yeah, you'll piss it away in no time. You'll buy stupid things like houses and cars and heroin. Like heroin's a
There's some
stupid
people-
thing.
there's
Come
some
on.
people that are just unhealthy, and I suggest strongly, if that is part of your support group, then maybe they shouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to do what's right for you, and each cancer is very different from the others. I gave this person a little bit of advice because I've gone through ovarian cancer before. I've gone through cervical cancer. This one is a new one for me, the full-out chemo and radiation, because before, when I had the ovarian cancer, they just did chemo in the hospital on a bag IV because I was in there for like 3 months. So they just did it that way every second day, I think it was. But that was way different because I was 18, so that's a long time ago. But and cervical again was completely different. Stomach cancer, I don't know the aspects of what's all involved with that, but this person has a meeting on the 22nd with the Cross, and if there's anything I can do to kind of walk her through some of this.
Oh yeah, reach out.
Yeah.
We're there for you, definitely. And like I said, that's when Doe was diagnosed with cancer, and I mean the news. It was a gut punch. It was. There's no other way to put it. It happened so fast. It was a definite gut punch, and we kind of looked at each other and went, "Well, with the podcast, let's just discuss it and
Be real.
be real, be honest, be open, tell you what's going on in our life."
It's the toughest Christmas around here.
Tell you how we're dealing with day-to-day life as we go through this. Once a week, we'll kind of update you on how Doe is doing, what she's gone through, how she's feeling, how I'm feeling, how I'm dealing with shit, how we're dealing with it together, how it's affecting the kids,
It's not fun.
all these things. And just trying to be open and honest and supportive. So if you find a little bit of a little bit of solstice in what we're saying here, perfect. That's what we want. If you want to reach out, that's why we're here. And just proving with the message we got tonight that this
It's helping somebody.
is helping somebody. We're reaching somebody, giving them a line of support. And we will be there, positive. We will not walk in and go, "Oh, it sucks to be you." Now,
And you guys get to see me at my worst on Fridays.
Yeah. This is day 5 of treatments. Doe is just getting home from the home now.
Don't believe me, you're old enough for it.
Yeah.
Hey, and that you did wonderfully, considering you had to read through the intoxicated texts of directions I was sending you.
Yeah, dealt with that and dealt with a couple of hungover idiots, myself and Bonzi. Speaking of Bonzi, Sheldon, you're doing a good job of playing his part on our podcast. It's perfect.
How has this affected you?
It's been a lot of crying.
Yeah.
And
I ain't going anywhere, guys. I ain't going anywhere.
Every time I try to not cry about it, I cry. So,
Yeah, I'm the same way. Okay, take your time. You know what? You can go grab the beer,
I've
Shell.
been watching 3 crybabies
Yeah.
all in a row. Blah, 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 blah.
Of course, the true entertainment doesn't begin until somebody actually blows snot bubbles. That's when that's when shit gets real around here.
That's when you see the masks go up.
Yeah. Reach over, grab a mask.
I would love to find a cure for static hair. Static for fine hair. Like, there's got to be a cure to it.
White glue. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's right. What Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla glue.
What that lady put in her hair? Wasn't that Gorilla
Gorilla
Glue?
Glue.
Yeah. See, that'll cure your
She
static.
wasn't the only one. A bunch of other idiots did it after her.
Yeah, I know. It became one of the TikTok thing, didn't it, or something? You two are the same person. Pretty sure I'm just dead inside. How can you be dead inside? You spent Darcy's money tonight. You want to grab that beer, Shaw, and
Yeah, I can do that.
we'll do that and wrap things up. So we've got 5 beers tonight. Or tonight, we're not doing them all tonight. We're going to do one each Friday night for the next 5 weeks. 5 beers from Positive Mike's.
What's that beer temperature?
1.7 degrees Celsius.
Perfect, pure 1.7 degrees Celsius, perfect beer temperature. So Positive Mike is a local brewer, makes all his home brews. You can't buy his beer, but you can buy his swag. Make sure to go Google Positive Mike's Brewing. Go and buy yourself a T-shirt. He's got some really cool clothing and stuff on his site. So give it a look and go from there. And we'll drink Tamara's too if we really like this one. So tonight we're
What about yours?
having
One.
I think you're gonna.
we're having some Bonzi Scheme. That's backwards, but doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay.
It's a Bonzi Scheme, and it's a potato and no, not potato. I forget what the hell Mike said it was.
I don't know if you want a glass or do you want...
Habanero and mango. No, I'm going to be an animal. I'm drinking right out of the bottle.
Okay.
So this one is habanero, peppers, and mango.
This is the one that appealed to me, so
4%
I'm
alcohol.
only trying this much, guys, because I don't know how it's going to react to my...
And here we go. We're going to rate it out of 10. Cheers.
It has a good aroma. It doesn't smell like that crap you keep bringing over here.
Yeah, that's pretty good compared to that.
Oh, it's
stuff.
better than anything Sheldon's ever brought.
Oh, that is fantastic.
That is really, I like that. I don't like beer.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I don't like beer. I like this. Like, I'm not a big beer connoisseur, but this is really quite good.
I think I'd like it just a little more fruity.
A little more
It's
fruity? Yeah.
Got a lot of
good
kick to it, but
Yeah.
That's got that habanero bite for sure.
yeah, that's
Yeah. It sits at the back of your throat and goes,
Yeah, and then you get
But-
another sip and it's like, oh yeah, it's there again.
yeah, it's there
Need
again.
More.
Yeah. This reminds me, we invented a
Oh,
drink.
with a steak?
Oh, Tamara, we're having steak for supper tomorrow,
oh,
and I think your Bonzi scheme might be gone. Just giving you the heads up. I invented a drink back in the day at Franklin's on 50th Street. More?
Nope.
Oh,
I gotta
enough?
be careful because I'm
Okay.
not supposed to drink.
That's what just put her here.
That's the-
Franklin's at 50th Street. We were in the bar after hours one night in the lounge and just farting around and stuff. And I ended up mixing amaretto, which I love. I can sit and drink amaretto all night long. Amaretto, orange juice, some lime juice, some grenadine, I forget what, orange juice, I forget what else. And we called it a goody two shoes. And you drank it through a straw. You couldn't drink it you had to drink it through a small little bar straw, and it would sit at the back of your throat going, more, more. Well, 3 or 4 of those things, and you're just hammered. But that's what this reminds me of. This is really good, Mike. Yeah, I'll put me down for a dozen. I'll pay you for I'll buy a shirt legally, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy a shirt from you, and
You
it
know
can come
what
with a dozen
would
of
even
these.
be good as a base when you know you're making home stews or chili, putting a little bit of that in it because it's got that.
I don't know if
little bit
Mike
of
wants
meat.
you cooking with his beer or drinking his beer.
yeah, that'd make really good sauce.
But
or
even
something.
But it would,
even
yeah.
if you have like your medium rare steak and your sautéed mushrooms and garlic,
Oh, damn it, mine's
You know,
all gone.
and then you
I'll
drink.
drink Tamara's now.
Sorry, You're still safe, Tamara.
Sorry,
I'm watching
Tamara.
out for you. I got your back, girl.
She doesn't even know where your beer is. Yeah, damn good. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this one an 8.
I'm gonna go 9.
9? Shall?
I'd say 9.5.
I can't taste the mango. That's the only reason I wouldn't go 10. If I could taste the mango a little more too, then I would.
Yeah, no, I like it.
little sweeter.
I like it a lot.
I'm more of a sweet.
I had to take off 2 points because I don't like beer.
I'm not a beer drinker
That's a
either.
pretty good story then.
I remember that time that we went out. Was it Angie's? Angie's band was playing the Battle of the Band Cowbell. That's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Don't ever eat 6 pierogies and drink 3 beer. You'll explode. I learned that the hard way. I couldn't figure out how you guys are always complaining that, oh, I'm so full from the beer. It's really beer is definitely until I did it with the right combination of foods. Holy
Yeah.
hell.
Beer can fill you up pretty quick.
And with pierogies, I think they just expanded to the point of becoming
Just a
Bombs.
lump of glopki.
Just bombs.
Yeah, glopki, I think they call that.
I still haven't learned that one. I still repeat it.
Oh, no, that's got a bite to it after a while too.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
yeah, I like that. Yeah, yeah.
And like I say,
that's
if you
good
don't if you don't finish the bottle, it becomes stew.
beer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's chicken parm.
Come here.
No, Tamara had chicken parm. She made chicken parm the other night. Took some over to Mom for supper.
It was on the other side of your glasses.
Yeah, Tamara stepped up the other night and took some chicken parmesan over to Doe at the home there for supper. Was that Tuesday night?
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Tuesday. Chicken parm and spaghetti? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was nice. And then Sheldon last night sent dough over. It was funny.
I was craving McDonald's because I keep going past these stupid McChicken flyers on the signs and stuff. I was like, oh my god, a McChicken. I need a McChicken, but I can't have the lettuce. So last night I went downstairs, looked in my freezer, looked in my fridge, looked in my pantry, and I decided I'm sick of all of this stuff and I'm not eating. I'll just have this goddamn stupid Boost because I'm supposed to have 6 of those a day. Well, let me tell you, you can't do that. That's gross. And the vanilla Boost just set me retching. I was just dry heaves. It's okay, fine. I'm not eating. I'm not drinking. And about an hour later, I'm hungry. So I texted Shell to ask him if he could order to my address from where he was, and I'd wire him the money. So I go through the order and stuff, and then he says, "Well, can you have any of this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can have this." He's like, "You sure about that?" I'm checking with Dad.
So I'm sitting here, doing nothing, whatever, playing on Facebook or whatever. My phone, bing! Oh, text message. It's Sheldon. Mom wants me to order her McDonald's. Is she allowed? So yeah, everybody's looking out for her. She allowed to eat this stuff? Oh, yeah, she can eat it as long as there's no sesame seeds or lettuce. So it showed up with sesame seeds, so she had to scrape those off.
And then I had to prove it.
Then she took a picture of the sesame seed scrapings and sent them to us. Yeah, I'm a good girl. I scraped it all off.
Yeah. But I gotta tell you, the lettuce is what makes a McChicken. It's just...
Thanks for watching, Danielle.
Yeah, a McChicken without lettuce is just wrong.
Well,
Just wrong.
a burger without lettuce I have a hard time eating. I like a fully loaded burger.
I like the Costco Kirkland ones with just like some cheese, mustard, ketchup, and onions. Has to have onions, and I can't have that.
See, mine's got to have everything on it. Lettuce, tomato, pickles,
Tamara's
spare tire.
Tamara's tallying a list here. She says, I did the same thing when I brought the phone charger in McDonald's. So she's saying, I bought parm chicken, I bought list of to-dos, eh?
Yeah, I do the same thing. If I stop someplace, and it's not very often I stop someplace and grab something to eat, but if I stop at McDonald's or something to order a burger, I always check, okay, does this have sesame seeds on it? No, okay, good. Don't can have this, and I'll make a mental checklist. That one's safe. So McDonald's cheeseburgers, I know are safe. Because I had a couple of those last week.
They have the little bits of onions in them, but because they're so small, and I just make it a choice to chew better and pick out the pickles, because I can't eat the pickles.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, anything with a skin you can't, or seeds, you can't eat. And those cucumbers you bought are seedless. There's no seeds in them. It's just the embryo around that would be around the seed. There's no actual seeds in them because I dissected one the other night. I had some veggies and dip for supper, and I dissected it, and there's no seeds in it.
Okay.
It's amazing what a guy will do with a cucumber and an X-Acto knife. Eh? Said on the package these are seedless. Like, oh, there's no seeds in here. So, but it looks like there might be seeds, but there's not. It's just I don't know what it's called. That sack that goes around the seed is there.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'll dissect one for you tomorrow if you like. Just show you.
Maybe I might feel like it tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about this camp thing is you're off chemo for the weekend, so you just start to feel better, and then you feel better. You don't want to go back. You just don't want to. But now I'm at 3 out of 5 weeks. I'm done.
Yeah.
So now the rest is slow hill. Slow hill till February. Where am I? Where am I on this calendar?
Yeah, on the 11th of February.
So I got 2 full weeks and then 2 days.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks and 2
So
days.
12 days.
With the 21st, I'll be home and I'm looking forward to next weekend because I'll have 3 days at home with no chemo.
Yeah.
And that'll be good because then I can maybe get through the last week without too much.
That's right too. We get the long week.
Long weekend at home together. Yeah.
Long weekend. Yeah. Excellent. So yeah, we're like I said, we're hammering away.
I'm hanging in there, Danielle.
Hanging in there, doing what we can to get through day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute.
The text messages keep me going some days.
Yeah.
Gives me and people needing help with different things. Like where do they go from here? They just got diagnosed. Well, the first place that you want to go is to social services, the
Yes.
oncology at the Red Cross, or at the
Cross Council.
Cross Cancer. They have a wonderful, wonderful setup there where the social workers do everything over the phone. So if you're too sick to go anyplace, you don't have to worry. They take care of it. If anybody needs that phone number, you can text me and I can send it to you personally. But the phone number is 780-432-8388. And that will put you in contact. And it takes a couple of days for them to phone you back with an appointment time. And they will call you at that appointment time with the next available worker. And they help guide you through all of it if you need finances, if you need meds, all that stuff. They're really, really, really helpful.
Yeah, like I said, this is our first time going through anything like this, and
Oh, and they got, I had a 9-page thing that the government needed for their CPP benefit, which when my EI runs out, that's what I have to do, is I have to go on CPP disability, because EI is only 15 weeks. Don't expect to get your EI very quickly either, because they're backlogged apparently. I just started receiving it now, so that's good, but it runs out at the end of March. So this is a very short window. But I had a 9-page, they sent me a 9-page paper that I needed to have my doctor fill out. So the oncologist there is like, oh yeah, there's no charge. She says, if I do it, it's no charge, so just bring it to me. So I did that, and then she sent it over to the social worker that I have, Brittany, who is looking into it. She wanted to check off, make sure all of the reports were there so I wouldn't be denied. And then she mailed it for me, which she didn't have to do. That was Wednesday.
wow, yeah, because I've been going to the mailbox looking for that daily. Yeah, no, that's the one thing, I guess, piece of advice I can offer up here is when diagnosis first hit, those now not working, I'm in a panic because now we're a 1-income family and we can't survive on 1 income. We need 2 to go.
Yeah, we could do it for
So,
a month and then we're
Yeah,
down.
so I'm in panic mode. You know, I need money just to pay the household bills. Never mind the extra meds, dough needs, da 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 da. And once it took about a month, I guess, for everything to kind of go full circle, and social services stepped in and said, well, we're going to do this for you and that for you. All your chemotherapy pills and treatments are paid for.
They're paid through the Cross.
They're paid through the Cross. They backdated us and put us onto Blue Cross plan, so that's going to cover a portion
Going
of the
forward,
medicine.
That will cover all my going forward meds.
Yeah,
So that's a relief, because when I have the 2 surgeries, I have the bladder and I have the rectum. When they remove the tumor and then they take out a portion of the rectum and then
reconstructed.
reconstruct, it still has to be another, he said up to 12 months, or up to 12 months, yeah, for everything to heal properly to make sure that it's gonna work. So that I might not be any better off this time next year.
Right.
I might just be getting hooked back up.
Yeah.
But all that takes time, and so when you don't have anything coming in after the 15 weeks that EI pays, even though you've paid into it for your entire life, 15 weeks, it's pretty rude, actually.
It is, and it's your money. And
Yeah,
you know, that's the worst part. It's your money. They took it away from you off your paycheck in case something like this goes wrong. Well, something like this happened, and
where do you go?
where do you go? Well,
do
we'll
you
give you
start?
15 weeks. Well, that's fucking 3 months, right? 15, just about 4 months. So 4 months. We started
It's 3
this.
and a half, actually.
We started this great journey on December 16th.
Mhm.
December to January to February. So we're just about 2 solid months into this now of the actual thing, and
I was only working part-time, Danielle, and there was no benefits. And Wade doesn't have benefits with his company, and a lot of benefit companies, if it's cancer, they won't touch you.
yeah,
They just walk away. You better off to tell them that you're just on sick leave, but then they want all those documents to prove why you're on sick leave. So once they find out it's cancer, they try and reroute you anyways to EI Medical,
Yeah.
as I found out.
yeah. So it's a long, slow, drawn-out process, but it does, in the end, kind of turn things around and take a little bit of the burden off you. I mean, we're still not out of the woods as far as finances go, but
It takes
it's a lot better picture today than it was yesterday, and a way better picture than it was 6 weeks ago.
Well, and the other part, like the CPP disability, it takes up to 4 months to get.
Yes.
So the one thing that I had going in my favor is I put in my pre-app, even though they sent back forms saying that it was the wrong doctor's note and stuff, and I needed this detailed one. I had filed it all at the same time with my EI medical, so it's sitting there pending. It's pending. It's not until they get the new forms and stuff. They won't make a decision one way or the other, but that could still take a couple of months. So
Yeah, at least it's in their hands now, so.
yeah.
The ball is rolling on that, so. And I don't know. Anything else? Anybody? Anything to bitch about there, young boy? Eh?
The price of strawberries is fucking ridiculous.
Oh.
$5 for a goddamn pint of strawberries? What the hell?
The price of everything is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, we stocked up last.
It's not going down anytime soon. Yeah, last
Last
weekend we went for a major shop.
We went for the major shop because we'd run down everything in the house to
Yeah, to nothing.
nothing. So we had to buy all the meats and stuff. And holy crap, I've never paid $630 for groceries in my life.
Yeah.
And it's just the two of us. You
Yeah.
know, but at least what we have, you know, I cut it all down in portions and stuff and froze it, so that'll keep us going for 2 months, I'm sure. Easy 2 months.
Oh, easy. Because
Except for the fresh stuff that you need, like your milk, your butter,
yeah,
eggs,
veggies, whatever.
Veggies, but apparently I'm no longer eligible for veggies.
I just stop on when I'm coming home from work. I'll stop and pick up a
I can't imagine.
broccoli or a jar of pickles and
Tomorrow's got to be easy,
something.
$1,200 a month.
Oh,
for
tomorrow's got to be
groceries.
easy. Yeah, easy.
I had 2 kids
And
with the school.
Danielle's a single mom, so
Oh.
and depending how many kids she has, I think she said she has 18 or 19 kids.
Yeah.
Danielle, because she didn't believe in birth control or something. I'm not sure. And Tamara's paying $1,200 a month, and there's there's 4.5 because they have Dutch every second weekend. So 4.5 kids or 2.5 kids, her and Darcy, so, and she's paying upwards of $1,200 a month.
Well, I put back, like I wanted
Yeah.
salmon and I wanted to buy the not single, but you know, the Costco packages of frozen because they're kind of single slices all the way through, so you can just kind of pick, you know, 2 at a time or 1 if you're home by yourself. $48 in what? Where's the $48? 8
Yeah.
pieces in there?
Yeah, something like that.
$48.
Yeah.
It's retarded. And vegetables, you can't buy like 1 piece of fruit for under $5.
Oh, Danielle must have given up a bunch of her kids for adoption. Good on you. And Tamara's not even a huge meat eater.
Yeah, I have to be.
And apparently she doesn't like dark meat either, so. Oh, going to hell, and I'm not even in the passenger seat. I'm driving that fucking bus.
Shotgun.
Shotgun, call shotgun, yeah. But yeah, the
Is there a shotgun on
price of food is ridiculous, and it's not going to come back down. It's,
Well, and
But-
I didn't lose any weight this week.
yes.
And I maintained, I'm still 136.
Yeah, so that's good. And that's why we want to get the hell out of Canada and move to some third world country where we can actually afford to live. As long as Doe can start eating vegetables again, because, you know, meat's expensive there, but... Oh, Tamara, that's racist. That's not what I was talking about at all. That's not good. No bueno. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So yeah, Tamara and I went to the hockey game Wednesday. We had fun. It was a good time. $40 worth of Caesars. Yeah, that was for 2.
Jesus.
Oh, it's just ridiculous.
Parking's probably another arm and a leg.
Parking was free. I got a guy for parking. Yeah, so.
You need a card?
Hey?
You need parking downtown?
Yeah.
I got a parking card.
You got a parking card, I got a guy. It's funny because tomorrow's, well, we'll park here. Well, we couldn't get the machine to work. So we'll go park over here. So we went to another parking lot and the machine there was dead. And as we're driving out of the alley, it's like, hey, wait a minute. That car shop, I know the guy that runs that place. I deliver to him all the time. He used to work with me. So I pulled up and go get Diego. Just tell him some customer out here wants to kick the shit out of him or something. So I went and got Diego, and Diego comes out Haven't seen him in a couple months. And, dude, what's going on? I says, I need a place to park and go to the hockey game. Put your car there. So it's all good.
Now she'll be dismantling parts and going, I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened, yeah. Well, it wasn't $20 a Caesar Danielle, but it was down, I think it was $11 each. Something like that. Tamara and I each had 2. And it was like, I'm done. That's enough.
It's expensive.
Yeah, so it is. It just, that's a rich man's sport to go to a hockey game nowadays. I mean, when I was going to NHL games years ago,
It was affordable.
it was
Family
affordable.
could go.
I was
Family
paying
could go.
$12 or $15 a ticket, and I mean, the food and beer was always more expensive, but not ridiculous. And even the Eskimo games, Elks games, are no longer affordable. They used to have the cheap seats we'd buy for what, $99 for season tickets for the year, and then go to the games and drop another what,
Well,
20 or
more
30
than
bucks.
249 we paid.
Yeah. And go to the games and drop another what, 20, 30, $40 on food. We don't drink, so
A couple
really,
burgers. And
yeah, a couple burgers and some
couple
pops and stuff, and drop 20 or 30 bucks. It's an affordable evening out, but just ridiculous.
I never understood how they could charge that much for pop, especially when it comes out of a dispenser.
Well,
That one really
a
pisses
bottle,
me
a
off.
bottle of water,
There's my bitch for the week.
a bottle of water at the hockey game was $5.50 for a
It's
bottle
more
of
than the
fucking
airport
water.
charges,
Yeah,
for Christ's sakes.
yeah. Well, Danielle, the reason they can charge that is because people are willing to pay for it, and that's all it amounts to. People bitch, scream, whine, and moan about players making millions of dollars a year, owners making billions of dollars a year. But you know what? The arena's still full. They're still selling $300 jerseys, and they're still selling $20 beer, and that's why. If people stopped going, you'd lose your team, and nobody wants that. But it'd drive the prices to be the same and not go up.
Yeah, and it's no wonder that more people are drinking at home or smuggling in flasks. We were almost sold out of flasks at Christmas time, last year and this year.
Yeah, Tamara's right. We could have bought 26 of vodka each and mix and just got absolutely inebriated and probably enjoyed the game more.
By the sounds of it, it would have made it more interesting for sure.
Who knows? I might have been playing goal by the third period.
Zamboni driver.
You got
Yeah, that's the other thing, Daniel. You're not allowed to take a bag into a venue now. I remember doing that too. We'd stuff a bag full of snacks and shit for the kids or whatever. With Tamara's husband Kurt, they'd tape the flask to his prosthetic leg and sneak it in. You can't do that anymore. Well, you might be able to you do the prosthetic ones. You're not allowed to take bags into the buildings anymore.
What if you got a toddler?
It's irrelevant. Doesn't matter. Show them your diaper, show them your bottle, and that's what you're allowed to bring in. That's pretty much it. You're not allowed to bring a bag in because people are abusing the privilege and bringing too much shit, and they're too worried about bringing in guns and bombs and what have you. So
They used to do a bag check
Yeah.
back in the day.
yeah, well, come on. It's like the one guy. I'm sure you've seen the internet meme of the guy patting down Kago. It's in Edmonton, that guy too. I know the guy. I don't know him, but I know who it is. And he just kind of wave his arms by you as he
Doesn't even touch you.
doesn't even touch you. Yeah, you're good to go.
COVID, I guess you wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wonder
no,
if
that's
that's gonna change.
that's pre-COVID.
Was pre-COVID they didn't allow bags?
Yeah.
It's because they know they're
Yeah,
overcharged.
you're allowed clear bags. Tamara says so is Daniel. You're allowed to take clear bags in, but even so, it's bordering ridiculously stupid
What about
already.
your coffee mugs? Can you bring those?
Nope.
No outside drinks.
No outside drinks. Yeah, just brutal.
Wow.
Well, it looks
I
like
could do the real disgusting and put a cap on one of the bags that I have. You could just carry it along as a spare. It's clear. Full of vodka or something if you don't mind drinking through an ostomy bag.
fill the
Nobody will sit by you.
You pre-fill the ostomy bag and then tape it around your stomach, and then when they walk in and go, "Why? I have an ostomy." Oh yeah.
Why are you drinking it with a straw? Yeah.
That's just my
I'm a
overflow.
walking juice pouch at this point. Gross.
It's my overflow valve. Yeah. What do you use? Vodka and cranberry juice.
There you go.
There you go. It looks like you might have
Just
just
don't poke the wrong one.
yeah, rude awakening. Yeah, shitska. Yeah. Yeah. Oh God! You remember those juice bags? Mary Berries, or is the Chinese lady? I mean, the Oriental lady at the Chinese Oriental store in the corner. Melly Belly, you buy Melly Belly 5 cents.
Oh, those Capri Sun.
No, they were in a plastic pouch, and they had a straw that was cut on an angle, and you poke it in the bag.
Really?
Yeah. No, I was 5 or 7 or 10
Oh,
years
okay,
old,
so
so you weren't even
I
born yet. Yeah. But Melly Belly. You pop the thing in. That's exactly what you do. So I got bumped there. I think they were 5 cents each or 6 cents. They weren't very expensive. Put the straw in and walk around with it, and then, hey, I don't like that guy. Drain a bag on his face, eh?
Oh,
Turner says they still have those.
if anybody finds
Cool.
frickin' popsicles besides the Pedialyte ones or Freezies, please let us know where you found them.
Yeah, freezies. We're on the lookout for freezies.
There's none around here. None. I don't know why.
It's winter.
Back left and no frills. That's all I know.
Back left and
No, there was none there.
No.
No.
That's the usual spot.
Yeah, no, we didn't find any. And I didn't see any at Costco. And I
Oh, you know what?
forgot to check Safeway.
Beer with this pod tastes like,
Shit, probably fix it.
no, it tastes like that Splenda.
Yeah.
Yeah, done with that for now. Let's move on to this one. I picked up some new pods today. I don't know yet.
Jerry's out.
Jury's still out on them.
Oh, there was a lady this week. New lady come into the home. And there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. If you're looking for support, I suggest you be tactful when you're looking for support and don't ask straightforward, deliberate questions, especially to those who are in care for cancer and going to treatments. She came up to each and every one of us at some point and said, I have whatever, blah, 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 and I'm terminal. And are you terminal? Because I'm looking for somebody to talk to. And she didn't want to talk to anybody unless you were terminal. It's like, that's really negative, and we don't want to talk to you because that was just rude. It was just plain out rude. Are you terminal? You don't go around asking people, are you terminal? I mean, you're there for hope. Why the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Jesus. It's like, holy, there's a way to do that, you know, just kind of feel out a conversation. Don't just come straight up to somebody and go, are you terminal? No, just whatever.
No, I'm dough.
With the noisy ones that were across from me, because I'm on the top floor, we're in only for 2 days last week. So
Doe's got the
thankfully-
penthouse.
Yeah, I got the penthouse suite above the garage, which is really no wonderful thing, because I hear all the everything. The garage door open, garage door closed, people in the garage. It's just nonstop.
Yeah, and I watched the guy when I pulled in early to pick up Doe. She wasn't quite ready to go. She was waiting for the dryer. And I'm sitting in the parking lot waiting, and of course all the other patients that are leaving for the weekend that had cars there got in and drove off. So I'm the only car in the parking lot, and I think there's room for what, half dozen cars, 7 cars out back
Yeah.
there, and in the garage where the volunteer-driven shuttle van parks. But the groundskeeper / caretaker, I'm not sure exactly what he was, but he was out there cleaning the grounds. Not a quiet man. Everything he
He's out
did.
there at 6, 7, 8.
Everything he did involved making a shit ton of noise. And it was like, wow, you know, people in this house are kind of, you know, pretty sick. Probably want to keep it down a hair. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I can understand some noise needs to be made to get stuff done. But you don't knock over 4 or 5 shovels and throw them out of the way to get to the gas-powered leaf blower that really wasn't needed to blow the 12 leaves out of the parking lot. You know, you could have gone out there with a broom.
And that
It does.
blower is
It's a big
It's
industrial
overkill.
gas
It's
blower.
overkill.
Yeah, it's way too big for that place. So, yeah, this he's just a noise machine that does some shit around there, I'm sure. But holy crap, I don't know where they found him.
Quietly, he was putting a ladder upstairs for some reason, and he dragged it and hit every stair on the way up. And then I think he hit the door 14 times to get it to where he needed to, and then you could hear him unfolding it. And yeah,
Yeah,
he was on the other end of the house, but you could still hear him on my end.
Well, I'm sitting there and I was listening to a podcast on my phone, in the car waiting, and it's like I had to start the car and roll the fucking window back up, man, because I couldn't hear the podcast. I got the phone right here.
But I did survive that goddamn washing machine today. Fuck. Why? Why does a top sheet, a fitted sheet, four pillowcases, a small blanket that is half the size of your kitchen table,
Here comes the bitch of the night,
and two nightshirts in a wash? How does that constitute 2 hours and 21 minutes? How? I can do it here in my top load, 15 minutes. It's already into the spin, and I'm done. What the fuck? Why would you even waste your money on these stupid front load things?
I'd heard that these things work off whatever kind of soap you're throwing into them too. The sensors know how much soap is in and what have you.
I cleared everything off and I went back in and I did the quickest cycle I could find, and the quickest cycle for that was 58 minutes.
That's ridiculous.
And then I went back in to see it at 58 minutes, and it had added time to it. And then it had added time again and again. And I just finally got to the point where, fuck this, and I turned it off, went over just to see how wet they were. I thought I could hand wring these and throw them in the dryer, but I didn't. I just bounced back over to the rinse cycle and did that.
Yeah, there could be a weight
I think
sensor in
there is
them.
a weight sensor,
Yeah.
but Jesus Christ, 2 hours? No wonder nobody has clean clothes. You're all busy fucking waiting for the goddamn machines.
Apparently, your clothes are supposed to last longer with these new washers
I
as
got
well.
20 old t-shirts.
I don't fucking care. I got this shirt I'm wearing is probably 25 years old, 20 years old. So, and this is washed in a old-fashioned throw. It's the next step up from having dough sitting at a rock with a scrub board.
That's my bitch. Like, why? And
I bitched about buying that machine.
And these are supposed to be, I don't know how they're supposed to be more efficient. When you're spending 2 hours on power, how is that efficient?
It's hot.
You could plug in a car.
That washing machine story always reminds me of that time you and I were at the auction.
Oh, and you wanted to buy the boat.
Wanted to buy an old scrub board. Everybody's, why would you buy that? I don't want to hear any more bitch about fucking laundry. Here it is. Here, good to go.
You're in, Danielle.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of perks and benefits does that come with. One grandchild because you gave up the other ones for adoption. What else you got going on in your life, Danielle, that we could be proud of you for or something? We're picky parents.
She's keeping the kids alive. She's good.
Yeah,
That's all you can expect these days.
We're picky parents. Just ask
with all the
Tamara.
rules.
Now we got a rule here at Grandpa's house.
We ain't got no rules.
If it ain't tied down and strapped down, it's free game. It's all yours.
Pretty much, right, Joel?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, more or less. The
Well,
fridge is over there.
We're
If
pretty
there's food in it and you're hungry, go eat
I
it.
think we're pretty easygoing parents.
Coffee machine's right behind Sheldon. I'll make you a pot of coffee. It takes 3 minutes. It's always on.
Industrial coffee.
Industrial coffee. It's good. But that's the other thing too. Our coffee machine, 3 minutes, it's on. We're ready to talk. Anytime, whether Doe's home or not, if you need somebody to talk to and you need 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour,
And
just to
opinion.
come and blast your mind out at somebody who isn't going to judge you, isn't going to try to stick my advice down your throat and say, no, do it this way, because I really don't fucking care. Advice, I mean, we've all been there, we've all asked for advice, and then we've all ignored it. That's why we're all in these little situations that we're in, because we all ignore the advice, or we take the advice and we twist it to benefit our thing, and it still doesn't work. So there's no point in handing out advice because,
The best advice I can give anybody is to be yourself always. Don't change for somebody. Don't get into a relationship and think that you can change them. That doesn't work. And if you can't sort through and it's a deeper problem, write a letter as if,
you're in, Danielle.
write a letter to yourself in the third person and then go back and read it. And what kind of advice would you give that person regarding that? And that sometimes is helpful too. It's one of the small things I learned way back in school to deal with. So
Exactly. So now we started a podcast talking about cancer and beer, and we've ended up with a new daughter and granddaughter.
I'm okay with
It's
that.
an all right deal. I think I can live with that.
Brittany and Sam might
Brittany and
disagree.
Sam,
We
yeah,
adopted them along the
we
way.
adopted them along the way too. Yeah, Samantha's my illegitimately
Hannah, don't
adopted
forget Hannah.
stepdaughter. Hannah's another.
We always adopt girls
Yeah, why is that?
because I scare the hell out of the boys. I think.
That's got to be it. That's got to be it.
We're the
Oh.
size of Sheldon
I'm
and
still
his
here.
brothers.
Yeah,
Somehow.
yeah, the size of these meatheads. Because what are you, 6'9"? I dare anybody to come over and measure.
He'd be 6'1", 6'2" now,
Well, 6 feet.
6 feet. Maybe I'm shrinking.
They do stack it that high, do they?
Yeah.
Well, Ryan's growing now too. I swear he's sprung up 2 inches.
Well, no, he's.
Still 5'2".
I think he's sprung out 2 inches, which makes him look like he's sprung up 2 inches as well.
He's taller because we used to be eye to eye. Now he's got a couple inches
Yeah,
on me.
it could be, but he's packed on a few pounds too.
It's the stilts.
It's just he's lifting. He's lifting. You take it off together. You know what, Tamara? I have not found a weekday wife. Not that I've been trying to.
The
I just thought
paychecks don't
I'm
do
a
it.
nice guy. I'd have volunteers. I'd have women lined up at the doorway to come in and do my laundry and mop my floors. No,
Jeez, can't see what's wrong
can't,
with that
can't see
problem.
what's happening with my logic there. It's not working for me. So I don't know, and I'm not. I don't know. Oh well, I'll deal with it. I'll have to do it. My weekend wife's here, and yeah, she doesn't do a damn thing either. She just sits around and bosses me around, says, "Make me this and make me that, and do this for me and do that for me, and rub my feet and
every Friday.
scratch my belly and wipe my ass." And
I have a menu for the weekend.
That's all good.
Yesterday I had a menu for Sheldon, and this weekend I have menus. Tomorrow I'm wanting steak. I've been wanting steak for 2 weeks. Tomorrow,
so I'm gonna.
hell or high water. Somebody's barbecuing and ate
Yeah,
me.
I'm going out and burning up some steaks and some potatoes.
And I'll take care of the shrimps and the mushrooms.
Oh, and shrimps and mushrooms and garlic.
And actually, it's cheaper to buy frozen shrimps, tails off, the big ones, than it is to buy a bloody steak.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we were paying
Yeah.
$6 for a bag of shrimp, a pound of shrimp.
And I always buy the raw ones so that I can take out that proper veining.
Yeah,
out.
devein them properly.
You know when you get a bag of shrimps, or even you buy the Costco ones and they're pre-done in the tray with the sauce. I always get that munch one that they didn't clean properly, and it just drives me nuts. So now I won't even buy them. I won't even waste my money on that. I make my own sauce if you want dipping sauce, but I always make sure that I buy the raw ones. I mean, they only cook for three minutes tops.
You'll be over for dinner tomorrow. That's good. Bring your own steak.
But I have to have steak. I have to have beef. My iron is low, so I got to bring that up. And I can't eat spinach and all those other things. I can eat potatoes, and I can eat meat.
Ooh, steak marinated in Bonzi
That's
scheme.
what I said.
But this one's empty, so we'll use Tamara's.
Oh no, you'd need that.
Hey?
That might be enough beer for that.
Nah, probably not.
Those are big bottles,
Yeah, they are. 16-ounce bottles, I guess.
and you know you've had a beer.
Yeah, so I know I've had a beer. But I'm not a big drinker, so that's why alcohol hits me pretty fast. But yeah, 4% alcohol. It's about 16 ounces, I think. I don't know. I'll keep the bottle and give it back to Mike anyways. I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
You're gonna have to run away from the family. I can't afford to feed all of you.
Yeah.
I can muster up one extra steak there tomorrow, but
You can have a steak and then order up a pizza or something for the kids. I'm sure they'd like that. That was funny too. I was over at Tamara's before the hockey game, and Tamara's in the bathroom doing her female stuff. You know, doing her hair and her makeup and trying to look pretty for her date with Dad. And
there's the star at the bottom.
Emily and Jack are
She's so happy.
hanging around waiting for us to leave, and Darcy's sitting there. And Darcy asked Jack, he says, well, Jack's 11. Jack, what do you want for supper? And Jack's kind of humming and hawing, so I grabbed Jack and pulled him close to me and whispered in his ear, pizza. Always say pizza. No matter what they ask, go with pizza. So Jack, I want pizza. Darcy, that's a good idea, we're having pizza. So they ordered pizza that night. See? So it wins.
That used to be the Friday night staple, I think.
Yeah.
Growing up,
We'd have-
Sheldon for sure, because we used to do Fridays, Domino's.
Yeah, Friday's Domino's when we lived in the big
And Domino's
city.
in the city was actually good.
Yeah, Domino's out here sucks. It takes us about 4 hours to deliver out here.
No, they don't even deliver
If
it.
they can find the place.
But the pizzas that are around here aren't pizza.
Danielle wants to know, what's a favorite dish you're missing, though?
A salad. I really, really want like one of my salads that I make with feta cheese, tomatoes, peppers, onions, hard-boiled eggs. I want a salad.
Okay, I'll come clean.
But
That's what I had for supper Tuesday night. I stopped and bought stuff, and I wasn't going to tell you, but I kind of feel guilty about it now.
all I can do at this point is just lick all of the pieces and put in a bowl and look at them.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I'm really craving salads because that is a staple that we have.
Yeah, just about every meal we have salad of some form or another. Oh, that macaroni salad. Where do we buy that?
The macaroni salad, I got that at Walmart.
Walmart?
It was a
Rotini salad. Oh,
rotini summer fresh salad.
yeah. That was really good too. You like that? You can eat that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a side dish.
Mm-hmm.
But Tamara is still around. Safeway has soft pretzels on sale for $2.99 a box.
There you
Safeway.
go.
It's the only place. And you just take them and thaw them. They're actually half decent. They're the ones out of the machines. Because Costco used to have them and we used to thaw
Oh,
them
that's right too. Yeah.
I
very
regret them.
before they're all gone.
Exactly.
After the surgeries, there'll be a different diet. It'll still be the same diet for a little while because I'll still have the ostomy and the bowel has to heal. So it'll be pretty much the same diet, but after the surgeries, when they start testing my system and reconnect me, then it will be a lot more fiber to put in back into my system slowly, but to make sure everything goes all the way through my system. And
Yeah, even after
I'll
everything's
be still with the ostomy bypass, if you will, for, well, probably this time next year. And
yeah,
then,
the reason I do that is after they've treated the cancer and got rid of all the cancer, they got rid of the tumor in her bowel, and they will reconnect everything. So the way the surgeon explained it, now he was really able to dummy it down to us, so it's understandable. And I'm going to dummy it down even further, so that the dog.
I'll be a short ass.
She'll be a short ass. But the way it is your sphincter muscle is here, and then your anal tube,
Large intestine.
large intestine, your bum tube is here, and then Doe's got her cancerous blockage here. And he said there's what,
3 mils.
3 mil? No, there was more material than that, wasn't there?
Oh, for the tumor?
For the length of
the length was something like 15.
15 centimeters or something of length of
Oh no, for the distance?
yeah.
The distance is 4.5, and he only needs a clearance of 3.
Yeah.
So it leaves an extra 1.5. So if it doesn't work, if things don't, I'm not sure how they test it because I'm disconnected. But if it doesn't work, they still can go back in and redo it. There's a second chance to redo
Yeah.
it.
But where I was going with this is your sphincter's here, then you've got your intestine here, the cancerous tumor here, and then more intestine up here. So they take the cancerous tumor out, reconnect the two pieces up here, and then bring it down to the sphincter muscle, reattach everything here. Now after all that is said and done, that surgery is done, Doe still has to have the ostomy bag in until all of that heals,
6
because
months.
they don't want anything flowing through there, tearing out stitches, getting into a little
It's almost like stitching
wound.
veins.
Yeah, getting into a little open wound and causing infection and just destroying everything in there. So she'll have the ostomy bag for 3, 6, 12 months, however long, until they deem they can unhook it and rehook her up to poop normally. So
And at that, I think the first couple months will be a softer diet yet than what I'm on, more of a liquid. And then, yeah, that was my answer too to me. But I'm also going to lose the lower lymph nodes because apparently there's some lymph nodes in your butt as well, and I will lose those. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Or pan
so
out.
with the home kit, the way I do it would be a 3/8 inch check valve,
Emergency shut off.
emergency shut off valve, and I'd use the alligator grip, no shark bite.
bite.
I'd use the shark bite to get the seal there, Shark bite works really good if you cut it straight. So, and I learned that just doing the drain pipe there
But
a couple months
I
ago.
need it cut straight. I need to make sure that all those muscles work, because if they don't work, I might be back on an ostomy bag for life.
Exactly. That's why you put in the check valve. So you go through your day. Oh, I'm getting full. And back you go.
Flush your system.
Flush your system, quite literally. Yeah, have the water shut off valve exactly tomorrow. Well, I think that's about all we got for tonight. We've gone an hour and a bit, a little longer than normal. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks, Danielle, for the questions. Actually, some really good questions from Danielle. Again, anybody, you've got any questions, anything, shoot us a text, send me an email, a DM.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter, Munch34M. I'm on Facebook, so you can get a hold of me there. Tamara can give you the number to her washing machine guy. I guess he's just a smoke show. Really good guy, a really good looking guy. She finds these guys like this, but won't send over a weekday wife for me. Losing a lot of
She'll
points
be
here
buying a
tomorrow.
lot of used appliances, I think.
Yeah. Or having repairs done. My fridge handle come off. Yeah. My fridge doesn't seem to be wanting to get cold enough. Can you come check? Yeah. My washing machine, it's got water in it. What do I do? Show me.
With your luck, Tamara, it'd be just a little Chinese dude with a mask on that comes to the door to fix your washing machine.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, so like I say, thanks for watching. Thanks for reaching out to us. We appreciate all the positive stuff that Doe is getting. Keep it coming. It
really
might seem trivial to you, but it means a lot to us. It really, truly, honestly does.
And if anybody needs, again, the oncology social workers at Across Cancer, that number is 780-432-8388. And we'll get that up. We'll post that at another time again here.
It's almost.
But you can also like just text me and I can get it for you. Not a problem.
The oncology department? Yeah, sure, tomorrow. And Danielle says, "No, keep rocking on. Thank you for adopting us. I'm praying hard for all of you. Keep smiling and definitely keep laughing."
Always.
Always, Danielle. Always. Thanks
I will laugh my way to the
thank you.
grave.
Yeah. Sheldon, anything further to add? Anything?
No.
So I'm going to do to you right now the exact same thing I told you as you were a kid growing up. What did I always tell you?
Never make assumptions.
Huh?
That's an asshole to you and me.
No.
Oh.
I always told you from the day you were born, the day you turn 18, I'm giving you a quarter and kicking your ass out in the street. What happened on the day you turned 18?
I went to Original Joe's.
No, you went to Grandma and Grandpa's and moved in with them to go to Nate. That's right. We punted you out of the house and you're gone. Anything you want to add? Any questions? Anything that's bugging you?
Any concerns?
Any concerns? Anything? Anything you-
Micromanagement be
Anything you want to know?
Nothing off the top of my head.
Okay, well, hey, thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for supper, right?
Yeah.
Hey, always up for a free meal. Boom. He gone.
It's my meal of request for the week.
Yes, we'll do that tomorrow. That's why I got him drunk on his 18th birthday. No, you didn't. But yeah, I think that's about all we got. Joe, anything, Dad? No?
No, I'm good.
Okay, well.
I just gotta drink some more.
What?
I just gotta drink more.
Okay, we'll drink more.
Yeah, my kidney's working.
She gone. Boom, punted. Now it's just me, because I always get the last word. That's the only time in my life I ever get the last word is on
Says
the
who?
podcast. Everybody have a good weekend. Thanks for watching. Again, thanks for the support. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for being on the show, Sheldon. Thanks for being on the show, Doe. Thanks for being a part of the show, for all of those sending messages.
Hit like and subscribe.
Hit like, hit subscribe, pound all those buttons on the old YouTube channel there. Because if you're watching on YouTube, you're actually getting the full effect of the program. Whereas if you're watching on Facebook, you don't get to comment, you don't get to do nothing. So make sure you jump onto YouTube, sign up, sign in, whatever. Find my page, Munch34M, like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit the bell so you get notified when we do any new podcasts. We try and do them every Friday at 8:30 Edmonton time, 10:30 Eastern time, a little bit late for those out east, but we don't care because we don't fucking like Easterners anyways. That's about it, man. Except Danielle, we like her. She's from the east. But she watches our show, so that's why we like her.
My newest stepchild.
Our newest stepchild, exactly. And step-grandchild.
Yeah. Is she in Edmonton?
No, they're in Eastern Canada someplace. Danielle, where are you? Where do you live? Don't want to know. You're still there. Quick, spit it out. Do.
I can stalk her.
It's probably some weird name that she's having trouble spelling.
Mississauga.
Yeah, Mississauga. Mississauga, Ontario. She's in Ontario. Can't give us a town. She doesn't want us to stalk her. Oh, no. Oh, that's cool. It's all good. Again, thanks for watching, guys. We will see you all next Friday. Well, same bat time,